everybody. It is Friday, and we're all here for the coaching call. Man, we've got a big crowd here today, including Alex. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here, John, ready to go.
Alex is there and ready to go. Jessica, are you out there?
I'm here. Good morning.
All righty. We've got a full crew today. We got a lot of really cool stuff today. I'm really excited. We've got questions from you guys that you've submitted. However, you can still put them in that box there. If you haven't done that, hey, Tracy, she's saying hello. Hey, everybody just say hello there in the box so we can see who we've got on the call here, because I just see numbers. There's John. What's going on, John? Good morning. There's John again. We got John Wiseman and John Fernald. So we got a couple there. Who else we got? People are jumping. Oh, my gosh, there's so many people. Hey, guys. Johan is in there. Zaid's in there. Patria. Mark is there. Howdy, Mark. Mark, are you from the South? Because I've said howdy, too. Let's see here. Robert's in there. Yibbing's in there. Carol's in there. Lucy. Hey, Lucy, we haven't gotten a video from you in a while. We want to get a video, okay? Let us know how you're doing. Kim's there. Shani's there. Peter is there. Peter says, I can't see anyone else. Not quite sure what he means. I don't know if you'll see him in the attendee box there. Mark is from Missouri. Yeah, where's everybody from? Stick that in there real quick. Let's take a look at that before we get going here. Peter, what's going on? Let's see here, the attendees. Yeah, you won't see those in there. Unfortunately, you don't see those, Peter. But we've got people from England. Shani's from England. Washington State is John. Peter's New York City. Louisiana, Tracy. Texas, the other John Wiseman. Robert's in Detroit, the Motor City. I got Rhode Island, Kim. South Africa, Zaid. And Arizona, Patria. Okay, I don't have time to call up any more of these, but it's good to see everybody. We're going to do a couple things today. We're going to do questions, but we're also going to do some reviews. And let's take a look at some of these questions that I had come in. This one here came in from Lauren, and she says, I haven't started my Facebook ads yet. I'm a bit scared. It's okay. Keen to finalize the mixed site before I go ahead with the ads. Or is it a waste of time? Should we just get cracking with some ads? Okay, you want to have everything set up before you run an ad. You don't want to run an ad to a page that is not complete. So you want to make sure you got everything set up before you spend money. And don't be afraid. You know, think about this. You're going to be running ads at the rate of about $5 a day, okay? And, you know, if you're running 3 different ads, it's $15. A couple days, you'll spend $30. You know, you can go out to the movies, which a lot of people do, and spend $15, $30, you know, real quick. So, you know, the ads are not as scary as you think. Just keep your budget low until you see what the results are. And I'm going to hand some of these over to Jessica to read so I can watch the screen here a little bit.
And make sure to do a test sale. Make sure to do a test sale.
Oh, yeah. You want to get in there and do a test sale to make sure everything's working out. You know, I've seen people run ads for, you know, a week or two and not get any results at all and not sell anything at all, and it turned out that their processor wasn't working. So, you know, that's real important to make sure stuff works. If it doesn't work, you're going to be wasting your money, so don't do that. What questions do we have over there, Jessica? Just a brief one, if you could hit me with one. And then we're going to jump on and look at some of these sites, but I really want to hit that today. We've had a lot of submissions. What's another question you got over there for me?
Oh, I'm looking, and we've had so many site submissions. Let's see. Feedback on the website.
While she's looking through that, why don't we jump on one of these sites here? I want to look at one of these sites and see what we got. Can everybody see the site? If you can, put it in there in the comment section that you can see the site I just pulled up. I'm not sure if you can see it or not. Yes, somebody says yes, they see it. Good. Okay. So this site here, and see as I'm scrolling here, this is right here is as far up as I can scroll. Okay. So since it's as far up as I can scroll, this is what people are going to land on. Hey, Alex, why don't you can see the site there. Give me some input on the site and see if you see some of the same things I do.
Sure. So I guess the first thing here, there's some text over there at the logo, but it's too tiny for you to actually read what it says. So maybe that's something you can look at. If you're going to have a logo with text, maybe you want to make sure that that text is also nice and visible there. Above the fold, it's okay. Like we can see the products right away. So we're good there. Jerry, you want to scroll down a little bit more, see what else they have?
Yeah, I would add here above the fold, you want to have who you are, what you're all about. If it's great deals on pet supplies, you want to have that there. Tell them who you are, because right now when I land on this page, I see products, but I don't know who they are, or if it's great gadget deals or whatever it is. If you don't want to make it niche, I understand that because this is your mixed store. But, tell them who it is. All right, so I'm going to scroll a little bit. And keep in mind, I want to remind you guys, I've said it over and over, 85% of the people will never scroll. So is this what you want them to see, okay? And then I'm going to scroll a little bit here, and I've got some prices and products, Alex, for you to look at. What do you see in there, Alex? Any input on that?
So far it's looking good. I see they added the compare ad price, so for some products, and that's scratched off, so you can see how much you save. So
I
that's
like that.
looking good. Yeah, I guess this part is all right. Let's see when you open up a product what the product page looks like.
Sure, let's take a look at. We'll take a look at the nail trimmer. I like the badges here, Alex. What do you think of this? The safe and secure, money back.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think we put a download of that in the members area, so I think these are ours. They just downloaded and put them there. So yeah, always good to have that. I also see they've installed the scarcity application we recommended. They got a description here, so that's cool.
I like the timer. Yeah, the timer is very cool. And you also got only 31 left. Although you may want to make that 31 fewer, that's up to you, depending on how many you have. Wink, wink. All right, let's look at, I'm going to click on catalog here too. In these categories here, first off, you want to be consistent. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. You've got some of these that are uppercase and some that are lowercase, okay? And the next thing you want to do is be a little bit more specific, I'd say, in these categories, like, biker jewelry or biker wear or biker gear or something. If you just have, like, the word bracelet, it doesn't really describe what that category is. Maybe that's a jewelry for women, jewelry for men. When you say cat here, is that cat toys, cat supplies, cat jewelry? What is it? I like the pictures in here. I can tell these pictures are from, it looks like AliExpress. What do you think here, Alex, on this page?
Yeah, I agree on the categories. Like, try to be consistent there, because like we've got bracelet over there, and then just doesn't kind of feel like it's all the same. So if you're going to do bikers, cat, cycling, dog, that's fine, but then you got to remove bracelet. Doesn't really say what that is. So just see how you can be more consistent with the categories.
Zaid says, how do I tell them about the store above the fold? You could just have a one line in there, that says who you're all about. If you're gadgets and, collectibles at sale prices every day, or, 24-hour sales, or, free shipping, whatever message you're trying to get across. Let's see here. Okay, somebody says here I had to drop, they had to go to a conference call. That's cool. That's cool. If you get out of this today, I think we're full, so don't get out, because if you get out, you probably will not get back in. So, if you can turn off all your distractions and all that stuff. Let's see. Alex, somebody's asked you a question there. It says, I can't get my secure image under my products. It's only showing text. Maybe you could answer Tracy there. She's covered that.
I thought we had that done for Tracy. Tracy, didn't we implement that for you in your store? I think there were a few tickets for us. I thought someone did that for you.
All right, somebody's got an interesting question here. And Alex, I'm going to give you this one. I know how I would answer it, but I'll give it to you. Is it safe to run Facebook ads for different categories that go to the same store or site?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, there's a bunch of big sites out there that also have a lot of different categories, so they're also running thousands of dollars of ads every day to different categories, so there's absolutely no issues with that.
Right, totally agree, not a problem. All right, let's take a look at another one of the sites here. This one here is called Pick and Cart. And Alex, do you want to start on this one here? There's an obvious thing, right there, right off the bat, because it says 0.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would not, it looks like this is the product page on the home page, so I think that there's something wrong with this. Yes, so I would definitely not put one product on the home page, so you should, we're going to review a couple of sites, and I noticed one that we're going to review is looking really good, so you should look at how that site is laid out. And pretty much everyone actually that sent the websites for review, they have a nice homepage with all the products, so you should try to do that as well and not have just the product page as the homepage. And then you'll see you're kind of losing a lot of space here with the logo, so taking space from that above the fold area because there's too much space below the logo, so you might want to look into that, make that white space a bit smaller. So, I mean, this is a big thing that you got to fix. You got to put all of your products on the home page and not just one.
And I'm going to look at the categories here too. And obviously on the categories here, we need to get some images in here on this.
Yeah.
And once again, you know, a category would not be home, so we don't want to have a category for home. Okay, home is home. PNC Summer 2017. So, you know, first off, we're past summer. So we may want to change that to fall items. Also, PNC, I happen to know you're trying to say pick and cart, but I would say something different there, like, you know, super fall savings, or, you know, fall spectacular sale, or whatever you want to do in there. Get them. You want to do something that they're going to want to click on it, you know, where they're going to see something cool about it. So you want to do that. And let me move something on my screen so I can see here. PNC Autumn Winter. Okay, that was covered up by my little comment thing here. There's the one thing I was talking about, because you got PNC Autumn Winter. Now, also, I don't even know if I'd use PNC because it doesn't sell anything. It doesn't say anything. And keep in mind, your website is like you know, think of it as like a jewelry store. What are you going to put in the case that people are going to see? You know, would you put the name of your store inside the case and move something else out of the way? Probably not. You know, you would probably have all your best jewelry there. So, you know, keep in mind, whatever page they land on, this is a display case of what you have. So that's really, really important. Jessica, you had an input there?
Yeah, I do, and I think that this is kind of a common thing among a lot of the sites that we're reviewing. Put yourself in the role of consumer, which should be pretty easy to do because we are all consumers. And even if you have to go to, you know, your favorite website and look at their categories and just step away from building a store for a second and say, what categories, what product names do I need to use that really explain to my customers, this is where you need to click, this is where you need to be looking, depending on, you know, what they're looking for. So I think probably the best thing to tell anybody right now who's building their store is to flip your mind away from site builder to consumer when you're creating your categories and your product names.
That's very true. Somebody had a question here. I want to answer it real quick. Zaid said, question from my site. Once someone has ordered from me, how do I pay the supplier? You're going to integrate Dropify, and you're going to integrate that particular vendor with you, and you're going to have to set up a credit card with that vendor. And then when you click, you accept that sale, then it'll automatically pay your vendor, you know, whatever the cost of that product is once you collected the money. So Mark's got a question here. Okay, this is a little off subject, but that's fine. That's how these calls go. He says, I'd like to know how to create a lookalike audience, how to use and why put together lookalike audience. That's a great question. I did a video on this the other day. It's not in the group, but you'll find it on YouTube. A lookalike audience, what a lookalike audience is basically you're setting up an audience that you want to market to. And why would you do that? Well, let's say you have, and you probably are not at that stage yet, but let's say you had 100 people buy from your site and you were selling pet supplies. You could actually take that list of people, using their phone number or email or whatever. You upload that to Facebook. And you're going to have to do this, of course, in your manager, your ads manager. And once you upload that to Facebook, Facebook can actually go out and look at everybody on Facebook and find other people that have those same traits or demographics. So they're going to look for people around the same age. They're going to look for people the same income, where they live geographically. They're going to look at people who have the same kind of likes. And basically what Facebook can do is they can create an audience that looks like your audience. Now, what's the advantage of that? Well, the advantage is you only had 100 people to start with, and Facebook can go out and find 1 million people, or 2 million, or 10 million, whatever you want. And I always recommend starting with the 1%, because what the 1%ers mean is that's the closest to your audience. That's a great question, though. So you can then take that audience, and that's who you send your ads to. You send your ads to people who have already bought on your site, which is pretty cool, So I hope that answers your question, Mark. I hope that makes sense to you. And let's get on with another site. This is a nice site, though. It's getting there, and it's a building process. My first site, and I wanted to do this, but I didn't do it. I wanted to show you one of the first sites I built. It was horrible, and not that any of these are horrible. These are 10 times what I could have done years ago. But don't expect, somebody said on one of the other calls, well, my site doesn't look like, the one, for JCPenney's or, or Walmart. Well, of course not. It's not going to in the beginning. It takes time, and you got to learn at this, and you're not going to have instant success, and you're not going to do it perfectly right off the bat. Life doesn't work that way. I heard, I think on 60 Minutes the other day, it's a show we have in the U.S., they were talking about North Korea, and I'm not going to get into any politics here, but the defense guy for America said that he was really concerned about Kim Jong-un, or whatever his name is, because he was having a lot of failures. And the guy says, why do you care about his failures? He says, well, because when you're doing nuclear testing, if you have a lot of failures, you tend to learn from them and you get better. So you know what? This is the same thing. Hopefully we don't have a nuclear failure, but when you're doing these sites, failures is good. If you run some ads and they don't work, now you know which ones aren't going to work. So that's a really good thing, and you cannot do that again, right? Do something different. So let's check out another site here. Wow, look at this one here, Alex. This thing really pops here, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Very pretty. What do you got to say about this one, Alex, Jessica? Give me your input.
Well, looking good. I like the images. That's for sure.
Can you scroll so we can see more?
Let me see if I can do that. It's apparently got 3 in there.
No, I mean.
Oh, scrolls. You mean scroll. You mean the word scroll. I love this image. I do want to say one thing. I think it's a little big because you can't fit anything else in. But I like it. It's really cool and it's really pretty, and you've got really nice colors in here. This stuff pops. These down here are very bright too, but I would put something underneath them stating what they are, or some prices, or if there's a sale or something. Because right now they're just images. They don't tell you what they're going to do. Oh, okay, this one.
If you hover over.
Well, I see that one did. Yeah, they do. Maybe it's just slow. Okay. Pendants and necklaces. Okay, all right, that's cool. So as long as they hover over it, they're going to see what that is.
It also looked like on the header images, that you could customize the text, and where it says, "Welcome to Nuku Panda." I don't know if I'm
Nuku Panda. Yeah, Nuku Panda.
I mean, you could change up that text to be a little bit more specific, like Jared was saying with the other site.
Does the Nuku Panda person, are they on the call today? If so, say yes, and I want to ask you a question. Let's see here. Mark, is that your site? Can you just put in there if that's your site or not? Looking.
I think that is Peter.
No. It's Peter's. Peter, are you in here today? I've got so many names here. So what I was going to ask is, what is your site? In other words, if you tell me, well, my site is cool jewelry and collectibles, then put there cool jewelry and collectibles. at, and don't put best quality and affordable prices. Put at extremely low prices or incredible discounted prices or wholesale pricing, something in there, because affordable doesn't, it's not descriptive enough. I want you to be more descriptive, okay? You could put quality's okay, so you could put best quality at discount prices, instead of maybe affordable prices, something along those lines. So I'm going to scroll a little bit more. Alex, see if you see anything in there. I don't know what moon biffy baby socks are. It's an interesting word, though.
Well, and it looks like that might be from AliExpress. It says floor socks, love dad, love mom. So that might be.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the diction is correct. You got to really watch that, guys. AliExpress is a place to get products, but not to get copy. And I love these images. They're very detailed, but they're big. So I would rather have 2 images there and show 2 things than just have one. And maybe show an assortment of some of that jewelry. Down here you can. This is cool, bestsellers. I like this. It's nice. So you're really coming along on the site. Let me take a look at one of the product pages so we can actually see.
The images are good. They're bright. They're clear.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I would also, on all products on your site, all products, 100% of the time, have a before and after price. Wouldn't you say, Alex?
Yeah, definitely. And I'm also seeing the reviews here. So it looks like maybe Peter tried to import the reviews but wasn't successful. So if you have no reviews, then it's better to remove them completely than to have a text saying no reviews and 5 empty stars. So see if you can import them from AliExpress. If not, then just remove that.
Yeah, and he says he's working on it, and we get that, Peter. We're not picking on you or anything. We're just trying to give you some suggestions. But you're doing a great job. You really are. It looks beautiful. When I come here, I feel welcome. So that's a cool thing. You've got good images. A lot of people don't realize how important those images are, and they're not as clear or as attractive as they could be. But these are nice. All right, so let's move on to this site here. Alex, what do you think of this one here?
I think it needs a little bit of work for this area here where the header is, because we got a gray background and then another black background around the logo, so something's got to be done about that. So maybe you should go with the white everywhere, because that's pretty much kind of the standard today. So for background colors, don't really use any colors other than white, maybe gray. And this logo is taking too much of the page. So definitely make it smaller and see if you can get a version that's transparent.
Yeah, and I wanted to show you a little trick, guys, if we could pull this up here. I just pulled up the source code for this page here, and you could do this on any page. If you find colors that you like on other pages, you can actually go in here and view the source code and find what that color is. And once you find what that color is, you can actually apply it to your site. So if you see a site out there you like, and don't let this scare you, all this jumble stuff here. What you'd be looking for is the color code in there, and it should be 6 digits normally. So you can go in there and actually copy colors from other ones, because a lot of times we go in there and we're trying to adjust around colors, like, I don't know, because I'm not real good at that. So what I do is I look at another site that has colors I like, and I steal their color codes. And the other thing you can do with this, let me go back to this again, and this is, I know, a little bit more advanced, but I want to show you something. You can hit Control F on your computer if you're Apple, and let's put in meta here. So when we're getting into our meta tags and all this, we can go into another site and we can figure out what their meta tags are, like I've just done here. Like here's the title here, Ascension Energy Products that Raise Your Level of Happiness. Now, what he's done is he's actually put this in as his SEO. And under description, you need to have more content there, because your description can be, what is it, Alex? I think it's like 150 characters now.
Yeah, something like that.
So you can increase that. You want to use all you can use. So that's just something you can do. So you can go into other people's sites, and the reason I show you this is go to a site that you like, look at their stuff, and you can basically steal it. You can see what they've been doing. So that's just a little tip there. I don't know if anybody's ever done that before. Peter says, thank you, no problem. You're doing a great job there, Peter. And let's look at this site a little bit more. I think this logo is really big. Now, the problem is if you make it smaller, you're going to lose the visual effect of these words here. So what I would do personally is I would crop it. I'd get rid of a lot of that black around it, you know, and I would crop it right around here and then use that image. And in doing so, it's going to bring this header up, and you'll probably bring up to here, and you can now see some of your products a little bit better. Once again, all new people do this. Make sure these descriptions are more descriptive, because, right, the first one says dog. Is that dog jewelry? Is that dog food? Is that dog supplies? You know, and whatever it is that you answer me with, that's what you want with your category. If you say, well, that's for dog toys. Okay, well then put cute dog toys or adorable dog toys, or, you know, have some adjective in there. Baby, same way. I would do that. Let me scroll here. Alex, what are you thinking down here?
Yeah, I definitely agree on the description. Again, like the only thing that's kind of bugging me right now is the background color. So as I said before, I think maybe white or gray or something like that.
Yeah,
like
white
light
is an
gray.
awesome background. I think sometimes we overthink it, but almost anything on white looks pretty good. You know, and I don't know if one of these other ones. Well, see, you had the white here, white here. See, white doesn't look bad. Okay, let's go into one of these categories here. I'm going to click into baby, and I'm not going to beat a dead horse about this logo here. That just needs to be smaller. I do like the before and after prices. You got that, and I love seeing this savings here. That's very cool. Plush mini functional hanging bunny and bear mobile for stroller or car seat.
The save a penny though, that one I think I would adjust.
You don't think a penny's enough of a discount?
No.
Oh, come on. Okay, and you know that's probably just an error, and I get that. We all do that, but you know it's good. Let's see. Yibbing also has a site here. I'm going to pull hers up too. That'll give us one more to look at. Hang on, guys. Bear with me. Type any comments in there because Yibbing just did that, and we're going to check out that site right now. So let's take a look at that one. All right. Woof Woof Labrador. I like that. I like that. Okay. What do we see here, guys? Oh man, look at this. This is a nice deal here. You're getting this. So what? Yeah. This is so cool. You know what this is saying is receive 15% off entire order just for signing up. Now, here's one thing I would add to that. Signing up for what? All right? So you may want to get 15% off your order now and future discounts just for signing up. Okay, now I've got a benefit in the future, and I got a benefit right now. Okay? But I love this. I love the pop-up. That's perfect. I like that you've incorporated your logo on here. You got the little dog there.
I like the dual logos too, because it's the same as the one on the site, but she's instead of
show them with your hands.
No, I am. I talk with my hands.
She's showing me with her hands right here. I'm like, I don't think I can see it.
The one on the site is elongated so that it fits well in the header, but the one on the pop-up is what do I want to say? It's more landscape. So it looks better on the header. So I like that she's done that.
All right, and have spent $50 on Facebook ads, some engagement, nothing sold yet. I'm thinking about opening a mixed store for holidays now and start all over again. Any suggestions? You know, I don't know if I would start all over again. You got a pretty darn good site here, but what you could do is you could make this look more holiday-like. You know, just by changing a header in it, changing some of the products, putting some, I don't know, lights around something, some garland around something.
I like the header image, but I don't like the header image because it's wasting the space. You're not asking.
Yeah, exactly my thoughts.
It's not telling them anything. You just have a picture of puppies, and that's okay to have a picture of puppies. Maybe put that picture into Canva and let's add some text to it. So give your customers a call to action.
Yeah, what do you think, Alex? Like maybe some type of discounts for the holidays, or discount pet supplies, or you know.
Or take that picture into Canva and put Santa hats on top of the puppies' heads, and then a call to action and text under it.
Yeah, that would be cool. Santa hats would look neat. And you know, you can use Canva for those things. This is free. Um, Tracy's asking about how to do the pop-up. Alex, you want to handle that?
Sure, yes, I just replied to her. We have a video on that. It's in one of our modules. So I'm not sure which one exactly, but we covered how to add triggers.
Jessica thinks it's in Module 7, so you may want to check there. Every website on the internet needs pop-up. Every one. Every single one. Now, I was resistant to this for years because I hate pop-ups. I hate clicking on them. And you know what? I put one on there, and I got so many people signing up. It's crazy. I've made just I can't count how much money off my pop-up. And we do a giveaway for free food. I don't know if I can. Let's see if I can try to pull that up at Survivalcave Food.
It depends if you've cleared your cookies.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know if it's going to pop up on mine because I may not have cleared my cookies, and I haven't. So, but anyhow. You know, we have a lot of giveaways here, and I'm not trying to show this site, but I'm just showing you, you know, we do a lot. Most of our stuff is giveaways, you know, request a free sample. You know, are you a true survivalist? They can take a quiz here, test your knowledge, that kind of stuff. So you can incorporate some of those ideas into your pop-ups. And these are all, we do a bunch of downloads here, 5 cool ways to purify water, 10 FEMA mistakes, you know. So, but I like this site. Let's make this image here. And if you can, make it a little bit smaller so that these featured products are up higher so we can see those, okay? Because they're right below the fold right there. It's a nice site. The colors are really good. Once again, it's a white background. You know, there's no work to that. You know, it's just a white background with good colors on top of it. So very impressed with that. Very, very nice. John's got a question here. I read that we should use banners instead of pop-ups, as pop-ups often don't work on mobile devices. You know, some do, some don't. It just depends. But yeah, they're tougher on mobile devices, depending on where your audience is. And that's entirely up to you. You know, you got to make sure your site is going to be mobile responsive, also. All right, let's move on. We've got a couple more minutes here. Look at a couple more of these sites. Free shipping, limited time is at the top. Free shipping's in the middle. Hey, this is a pretty cool site here. What do you think of this one, Alex?
Yeah, I saw this one before, and I think it looks very neat, very clean. So, yeah, pretty good looking.
Well, let's look at some of the product categories on this one here. Beekeeping good company. Not quite sure what that means. Let's click on that one. Beekeeping stuff for show. All right, let's see here. 52% off, man. That's a heck of a deal. And you know how you have a heck of a deal on your site? You up the before price. It's not really hard to do, guys. Some people say, well, I can't offer that much of a discount. You can offer any discount you want, you know? Now, you got to be careful when you're running Facebook ads because I think they limit that to less than 50% discount. So when you're running an ad, you want to be careful about that. Yeah, this is cool stuff. Multifunction honey cutter. Now, I want to know what a honey cutter does. Let's see here. What does a honey cutter do?
Well, since it's for beekeeping, I would imagine you would have to go into your actually the honeycomb. And
well, the reason I ask it is if I don't know, I'm gonna assume I'm a consumer, and I click on this. Will it educate me? So that's the thing I would add to this here. You know, it doesn't educate me on how I would use a honey cutter. So keep in mind, when somebody lands on your page, you want to do a nice description of it. Let me scroll. I don't see a description on it. You know, and I assume what it does is you scrape the honey off the hive. But you know, if this one does it better than any other one, or if this one, you know, has like 9 functions, you could list all the functions. You could put bullets there of all the cool things it does. It's not the person that has the best product that sells the most products. It's the person that does the best marketing. Now, what I want everybody to do in the comment section is I want you to type in there the best hamburger you've ever eaten in your life, no matter where it is. Okay, just type in there the name of the company that made the best hamburger. I don't care if I know of it or not. It could be in your small town. But if you would just type in there real quick, so Martin says mine. Okay, well, Martin's hamburgers are very, very good. Jack in the Box, somebody says Five Guys. We just had a Shake Shack that opened here. Somebody says the Green Man. Somebody says Iceberg. Back to Five Guys. Let's see here. Now, why did I ask this silly question? Is your burger, the one that you just listed, somebody said Smash Burger. Yeah, those are good. Is the burger you listed the most popular burger in the world? Now, answer that in the comments real quick for me. Everybody says no, 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 no. Who's got the most burgers sold in the world right now, guys? I bet everybody knows this. Type it in the comments. Who sells more hamburgers than anybody in the world? Who is that person? McDonald's, Mickey D's, Mickey D's, Mickey D's. So, what did you just answer for yourself? It's the marketing, right? It's marketing. Everybody knows who sells the most hamburgers, and we know they're not the best hamburger. So if you're out here on your website and you market the heck out of a product, you know, I saw a product the other day. I thought it was the coolest thing. It was an ad that ran on Facebook, and it was a heads-up display for an iPhone, and it clipped on the side of the iPhone. I'm trying to show you with my hands now. And it sat on the dash, and it was like a clear screen, and it actually reflected the screen of your iPhone, and you could look at the directions, like on your iPhone or text or calls or whatever, and still have your head looking through the windshield. And it was $69. I thought, man, that is really cool. It was a really cool device. And I thought, I wonder. And I went to AliExpress, and guess what? It was on AliExpress for $9.49. They were selling it for $69. But you know what they had done? They did a video of it. They showed people driving down the road with it. They showed, you know, people clipping it onto their phone. They had made a really cool video that popped up on my newsfeed, and they're selling it for $69. So the story is, it's how you display this stuff. It's how you sell this stuff. And I can tell this honey cutter, it's got all kinds of gadgets on here. You see all those things, Alex? Man, it looks like you could build a house with this thing. I mean, it's amazing. Right? But it doesn't say any of that down here. It doesn't say what it does. That's the key to this, guys. It's not listing a whole bunch of products. It's the products that you list, you selling it. You making it look really cool. And it's not just a discount. You know, it's how much of a discount. All right, so we're going to look at one more site because we're running out of time. Alex, what do you think about this one right here?
This one seems a little different than what we've usually seen. Think maybe the background as well looks kind of, I don't know, what is this, kind of gray? I thought it was kind of pinkish, but yeah, I think it's gray.
Well, it's got a tint. It's got like a pink tint to it, doesn't
it? Yeah, it could be. So yeah, I mean, we got some space here in the header that could be used for something like a short message or a description of the shop that we could use that. Looks like it's focusing on free plus shipping. Can you scroll down a little bit, JR? Let's see what.
Sure. Collection list. What would you change that to, Alex? That looks like something that was probably just in Shopify.
Yeah, looks like it. This one's looking good. I think the images are edited. He's got like the sale badge over there, and then free next to the watches.
Yep.
So that's good.
Now this looks like jewelry. Okay. Well, down here it's not jewelry. So what I would do with this one here is maybe have more categories, and I don't see any categories up here. So I would break this into different categories.
Yeah, there's no navigation at the top.
Yeah, we need some navigation.
Is something people expect. So as a consumer, I would get here and I don't see a navigation. I wonder, okay, what do I do from here? And I might just get frustrated and leave because there is no navigation at the top.
Let's look at one of the products here. Now, I do like here that they've given a lot of detail about it, and I'm sure you got this from AliExpress, but I do like all the detail because people want to know this stuff. You know, they want to, like the honey tool over there, which I think is the coolest tool. I think it needs to be sold like a McDonald's hamburger, though. But that honey tool does a lot of really cool things, but I don't know what they are. You know, so that's a big thing. This watch here, you know, it's got a lot of detail, and you know, this detail you can get from AliExpress. That's not a problem. It does have a nice description. I like that, Alex. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
High quality watch is made of stainless steel and has a quartz analog movement. Simplicity makes this watch chic and an unbelievable value.
Mm-hmm. I think I would even make that font a little bit bigger so it stands out better on the page.
I would make it bigger, and I would make it black.
Yeah.
You know, black on white works. You know, red on white works. The big sale colors you're going to see are yellow and red and black. And if you think about all these burger joints, what colors do they use? Look at Taco Bell, it's yellow and red. And look at McDonald's, it's yellow and red. And look at Wendy's, it's yellow and red. You know, there are certain colors that just plain work. They grab people's attention. So we want to stay away from these gray or darker, earth kind of colors. If you go into darker colors, you got to go really dark, like deep, like chocolate browns and stuff like that.
I also don't think that at the very top of the page, in that red bar, I think I would use that space a little bit better. Free shipping is obviously something you want to highlight for people. Big sale, I think that's kind of generalized. Easy returns, secure. People expect.
Let me stop her there. Anytime you have a sale, you got to have a reason for a sale.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so fall savings, holiday savings, winter savings, Easter, whatever you want to have. But have a reason for overstock sale, closeout sale. Big is not descriptive, so I would change that. And I really like back here, and I'm just, see this thing popping up here? It's showing people buying stuff. That's really cool. And this person has put this on here by B. Ketting. Check that out, guys. That's really cool. That shows some social proof that people are buying this, okay?
I also really want to emphasize, because there are more people on this call that may need to hear it, free shipping on this site is not very accurate, because on this, for this particular product you have pulled up, it's free plus shipping. So if you want to highlight free shipping at the very top of your homepage, maybe free shipping on orders of $29 or more, or something like that. Because if somebody gets to this product and it shows it's a zero cost, and at the top of the page it says free shipping, they're going to expect free and free shipping.
Now let's see what happens when we add it to the cart here. Let's check this out. It says it's 30 cents. I'm going to buy it. 30 cents for a watch. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, pretty good, but actually weird, because it should be $0 at this step. So yeah. I'm not sure what happened.
So let's go to the cart and see what happens. Yeah, because it says that it was a free item. So we want to. That's why I say you got to walk through this and make sure everything's working. Now this site just may not be ready to go yet. We may just be looking at those steps. And I totally get that. Because when I go to checkout, it asks me for email and password. Let's see here, or join the mailing list. It doesn't give me an opportunity to check out as a guest.
Yeah, I would definitely want that.
Yeah, because maybe I don't want to create an account. So you'll lose sales there if you don't have that. I understand why you're trying to do it. Now down here in the bottom, real tiny, it's got the kind of credit cards they take. If you want to put that, that's fine. I would have that up higher, and I would also have these as color ones. And you can go to Google search and you can find the images for PayPal, Visa, and all that. Matter of fact, you can Google search it if you want, and you can have a whole strip of all these. So you could have credit card banner strip with MasterCard, Visa, and everything. You'd probably find it in there. So, that's something else I would suggest on this site here. If you have any other questions, you can type them real quick in the box. We're nearing the end of this call. I really appreciate you guys. This was a really, really big call. We had a lot of people on it, filled it up, which is awesome. And hopefully you guys got some use out of this, things you can use for your site.
Yeah, well, earlier in the call, I said before you run an ad, you need to do a test sale in your store, and we're getting a lot of questions about how to do a test sale. So I don't know if you want to run through. I mean, it seems simple to us because we know how to do it, but maybe.
Alex, you want to tell them how to do a test sale? You still awake?
Yeah, I'm here. Well, it depends on the processor you guys are using. So, for example, some processors we have one we started a store, they just give us some card details that we can put in, and it's actually a fake card that they give you for testing, and then just runs through it, and it shows you if it's working or not, and doesn't charge anyone anything. So you guys should look into that, generating those test numbers depending on the payment processor you're using. I know PayPal has like a sandbox account that you can use to test this out. I would imagine Stripe has something like that as well. So look into those options, find those test card numbers, and that's how you can go through with the purchase.
Yeah, but basically what we mean is go to the front end of your store, put an item in your cart, and go through the checkout process so you see every step of the way what your customer is going to see so that you can make any adjustments you need to make. You want the barrier to entry as low as possible. So, like, for example, this login, that's something that you'll want to adjust before you start running an ad. And, you know, for Stripe, like if you're using Stripe, for example, you can just put that in test mode. But you actually want to go through the entire process on the front end of your website and make sure that, you know, well, somebody puts their card number in and they get an error page. Well, that's not good. You know, you want to make sure you have all of these things resolved before you start running an ad, so that if anybody, you know, once you start running an ad, somebody can go to your site and check out, and you know with confidence that they're going to go through a really simple, easy process to do so.
Yep. And I just went to another product here, and I'm about to end the call, but I got to show you. This is really cool. They put this little bar in here that says 83 of 100 sold. So it's telling me, oh my God, it's running out. It shows me there's 332 people watching this product now, and 12 sold in the last hour. And this is, you know, a little piece of software they stuck in there, but that's pretty cool, right? I mean, that does some sense of urgency here. And Peter also asked the question, if we go to fulfill orders, must we always choose ePacket for shipping, right? Because it would not be automatic. Yeah, you do have to pick ePacket. And quite honestly, I wouldn't really pick a product out of AliExpress that doesn't have ePacket. I was talking with one of the members yesterday, and we were messaging back and forth, and she was having a problem because she couldn't get ePacket to show up in her store. And I said, well, you know, as long as they have ePacket. She goes, well, I'm putting ePacket for my store. I said, well, did you go to AliExpress and see if they offer it first? And she says, oh, I missed that step. So you got to go to AliExpress and make sure that vendor is offering ePacket on that product, or it won't work in your store. Okay, and you know, it was simple to me because I was like, well, gosh, if they have it, they have it. But she hadn't checked that, so that's something you want to make sure you do. So I hope that answers your question there, Peter. This is really dislike my cart. Any suggestions for finding something a little bit more advanced? What do you think on that one, Alex? Somebody
we'll
wants
just
a
ask Martin if he's using the supply team, because the cart in there should be pretty good, if that's what he's referring to. So
Okay.
if you're using the supply team, then everyone else has, you know, good-looking cart, and you should have that too. But I don't know what theme you're using.
Right. Okay, cool. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and shut it down. I really appreciate the huge turnout today. That was really awesome. We're going to be doing some traveling, and I'm reminding you guys about that because we're going to have to change up some times we're doing this. Alex and I are going to Bangkok, Thailand, and you know, the flights are difficult. I know I have a flight that leaves the U.S. Actually, I take a train to L.A. It's trains, planes, and cars, and go up to L.A., Los Angeles, and from there I got to go to Tokyo, Japan, which is a 12-hour flight, and from there I've got a 5-hour flight that takes me to Thailand. And I know, Alex, you've got how long is your flight to get over there?
I think about a day, but I'm only going to, just changing one plane, and that's it.
Okay. So, you know, we're going to have to change some times up, but the cool thing is we're going to do a couple videos for you guys from Thailand, and we're going to try to do a couple live ones so we can actually talk to you one-on-one and actually, you know, we can see you guys, or you can see us. We won't be able to see you. That would be awesome. You can see everybody watching us, huh? You can't do that. So, you know, that will be pretty cool stuff. And we'll show you guys around Thailand. You interested in that? If you're interested in seeing part of Thailand, or you want to see something cool over there, just type in that comment box there. Somebody says, what's in Thailand? Well, there's a lot of stuff in Thailand, but we're going there for Affiliate World, which is a huge convention that they hold there. You know, people who are, you know, guess, affiliated with the Digital Cash Academy, who actually market that course. You know, we will be over there for that. People say they are interested in Thailand. They want to see what's over there, Alex. So Alex says he wants to eat some of the bugs that are fried. Is that right, Alex? I know
Not sure. I'll let you go first, and then I'll see what your reaction is, and then decide.
Well, you don't want to do that, because I'll eat it and I'll smile. Yeah. Ask Jessica. You will lose. Anyway. Okay, cool. Linda says it's beautiful there. Somebody says, ooh, they don't want to eat the bugs. Okay, that's it. All right, guys, that's it for today. We appreciate your participation, and we will see you next week. Say goodbye, Jessica.
Bye.
Say goodbye, Alex.
Awesome. Bye, everyone.
Bye.